Alright, here we are. And I'm doing the double voice again. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. I hope you're doing very fine on this Wednesday evening. At least for me, it is a Wednesday evening. And sorry for starting a bit late. I got home literally at the last second. Still glad that I could make it, but yeah. I apologize for that, but yeah, let's get right into trying to get the pink squirrel. It is Wednesday. My dudes, you know exactly what we do on Wednesday. Alright, it's a Wild Wednesday, which I haven't done in a very long time. Or it's a on Wednesday we hunt pink, and that's what we're gonna do. Hey there, fat boys, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. I had a good day today. I did a wellness day today, got some money, and I thought, oh, whoops, that was not my intention. I didn't want to go in there. Sometimes still happens. That was really good. We have a really beautiful, almost new moon. And of course, the skies have to be perfectly clear on the day where the solar storm is done. During the day where we had Aurora Borealis, even in Luxembourg, because of the solar storm that we had. Probably you could see it in many parts of the US as well. But unfortunately that exactly was the date when, of course, as Murphy's Law dictates, that's where, oh no, it's gonna be the foggiest day ever. But oh well, at least I got to see the beautiful, almost new moon today. That was worth it. Alright, so we got an egg party. Except for, of course, the bird that helps me heat up the eggs. Alright, let's go. Let's get that pink Skwovet. And we are... oh, that's the first one. We are currently, with this egg now, at 326. So we're still under odds. We're doing the Masuda Method. So I should be getting a shiny under or within 512 eggs. Of course, that's no guarantee. And I just remembered I still need to do this. There we go. Currently hunting. That is what we're currently hunting. Not a Pokemon that I'm really interested in, to be honest. It's nothing special. I'm actually... yeah, I'm in general not that much of a fan of squirrels. I mean, I don't know. I like other animals more than squirrels. And Pachirisu is definitely the squirrel that I would pick over this one. Be it the normal form or the shiny. And yes, let me change the music too. I got something prepared. I hope it doesn't give me a copyright strike, but we'll figure out. It's a synthwave mix. Let's see how that goes. Well, if I do get the copyright strike, well then, that's it. At least back then, 10 years ago, on YouTube, it was much more of a horrible thing that you wanted to avoid at any cost, getting a copyright strike. Because that would mean your video would get taken down. But at least now, as horrible as YouTube can be sometimes, it's not unnecessarily, like, it's not a necessary doom. Not anymore. Hey there, Venmings, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And of course, I didn't expect a shiny so soon. Alright, let's see. Think if I do get this one, I don't know, should I keep hunting in this one? Or should I start hunting in Violet? I mean, I know how to... I have the shiny charm in that game for a long time now. And, well, breeding is different in that game. As in, how you get the eggs is different, but... might actually want to give it a try. There's some Pokemon that you can only get in there as a shiny. Of course, I've gotten a lot of random shinies as of late. Alright, let's... Okay, they're all full of squirrels. Time to make some space in my team. Alright, let's put you guys in here, and let's get you in here. YouTube took down my great friend's channel. Oh no. Oh. 4.5k subs, so roughly like my channel. 6 years of YouTube fully monetized gone. We just got him back to 50 subs so he can stream again. Oh no, what happened, Fat Boys? Oh, that sucks. I would be pissed if my YouTube channel just got taken down like that. And I had to redo all of that, you know? Like, getting the subscribers back and just the viewing hours is really hard. Maybe my community can help him. Well, right now it doesn't seem like most people are in. I think we gotta wait a little bit for people to come into the stream, but man, that sucks. Gosh, I can't believe... He must be feeling so horrible right now. People say, oh, it's just videos, but no, videos take a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of planning. If you're not doing AI slop or anything like that, it is work, it is a job. And getting monetized in the first place is also not that easy. You need 4,000 watch hours per year, or within a year at the very least. And well, try to get them. It's not really that easy peasy. If it really was that easy, then everyone would be a YouTuber, right? No reason, no explanation. He never cussed, woke up, volition of policy, he never had a strike or anything. What? Okay, that is scary, man. Yeah, I mean, same. I also don't cuss in my videos, and in the ones that where I don't censor it, those are the member only ones, which I only have one of right now. And I always check the policies on YouTube before I make another video, because I'm just that scared of that happening to me. But man, that sucks. Oh jeez. Yeah, getting the 4.5k back. I mean, it depends, right? Some channels grow really quickly over a short time, and then they stagnate for a while. Others, they consistently grow. Never seen him that sad and upset ever. He's the reason why I started. Oh, that makes it even sadder. Oh, I can imagine this. I would be so pissed. I think I would be calling Google headquarters for that. I don't care if some random woman from Luxembourg calls them then, but that is just cheese. I wonder why. Did he get a message? Because usually when your channel gets terminated, there has to be like some kind of reason. Either, I don't know, hate speech, which I don't think your friend had hate speech on his channel. I doubt it. And copyright doesn't really get you that owned nowadays. Your video might get blocked, but your channel usually doesn't get destroyed by that. Not like it was back in the days. My other friend never showed her face. She sounds young from a disability. She hit 1k, showed her ID to verify. She said she was stealing a kid's channel. Okay. Oh, there's another channel here that I sometimes watch. I mean, she rarely streams, but due to her interests, YouTube thought she was a kid, and she also had to prove that she was an adult. That was, yeah, she was crushed. Yeah, I imagine. Oh, that's so unfair. At least I can, like, I don't need to, I probably would run into very similar problems if my YouTube channel is from 2008. So YouTube can't really say, oh, you're a kid, because my YouTube channel could be, like, my YouTube channel is an adult. So, but still, Man, this is crazy. This really is crazy. It really shouldn't be. I wonder why her showing her identity to YouTube, like, was that not enough? But yeah, that's... We're getting news and lawyers involved. They told him to pull the race card, they say attacking an elder black man. Oh, that's your friend? I mean, unfortunately, if it works, why not? But man, imagine like trying to get a lawyer involved because YouTube just can't be arsed to do their stuff correctly. And then you have like really weird these ElsaGate channels that propagate nonsense into the internet that children watch. That's not appropriate for children. And they don't get banned. Someone explained that to me because it really doesn't make that much sense. That is really sad. But yeah, I mean, by all means, if he goes all in with full offensive strength, maybe that will work. Maybe that will actually change or get his channel back. Voice sounds like a 12-year-old. She has a mental disorder, so she's grown but mindset of a kid. She plays Animal Crossing. Well, I mean, that's still an adult, right? And she deserves to be treated as such, at least on the YouTube landscape. If you want to drop the names, be sure. I mean, you can do that. If you don't want to, that's fine, but maybe I'll check those people out. Maybe I can help get some viewers in, even though, well, tonight it seems to be very chill, not that many people here. Well, let's see, I've only been streaming for like 24 minutes. Yeah, YouTube AI is an a-hole, I know. These damn clankers. That's the only slur that I openly say, clanker. All the others know. Clankers stealing my job and now they're destroying YouTube accounts. Apparently. What else haven't they done? This is getting really crazy. And this is also like, sometimes I wondered, like, maybe that would happen out of the blue with my channel, even though my channel is super old. I mean, 2008 is pretty old for a YouTube channel. Hey, Mushroom Pocket, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Hello, that's hi and hello. Or hi-lo? The Germans have something that kind of sounds like that. They say halli-hallo, which is a playful way of saying hello. Like, it doesn't translate into anything, but it's just like a corruption of hello and then hello again. Kind of sounds like it. Hope you're doing good. Oh geez, I hear dozens of police sirens and the firefighters outside. What the hell is happening again? To be fair, I live close to a hospital. For some reason, no matter where I live, be it back at my parents' place years ago, or right now, or when I was living in Germany for a while because I was studying there, I was always very close to a river and to a hospital. And a random fact, but just those two things were always close. Which, I mean, it's good living close to a hospital. The only not so nice thing is I keep hearing the sirens go off. And I even like hear helicopters. Because we got a helicopter landing space with that hospital. We have something in Luxembourg that's called Air Rescue. It's like a healthcare plan, but it's like private. It's additional. So you pay, what was it, 500 euros per year? And if you're in there, then if you get into a really horrible accident, then they will airlift you directly into the closest hospital. I am in, my dad has a family plan where you can put your entire family on it for a better price. But luckily I didn't ever need it, which I hope I will never need it, because as nice as it is to have something like that, let's hope I never get into such a serious accident in the first place. But it is also kind of ominous when I see those helicopters, because then I know, oh, there's someone who needs urgent care. But I don't know if it would be quicker, like how close I live to the hospital. Wouldn't it be quicker in my case now if they just drove me there? Probably. But it's a good thing that we have that here. Alright, we are on to 340. Are you good, Mushroom Pocket? No idea how to pronounce that. Alright. Hope you're liking the music. Oh, how quiet it is tonight. Usually it's the Shining Pearl one. That's the stream format where not a lot of people show up, because I guess it is the most boring game that I'm currently playing, gotta say. Hey there, Sodium, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good evening. I had a good day today. I had a spa day today. Usually I have the spa day when I do it on Tuesdays, but tried another spa that was also really nice. I'm done with the tier list and I send it to you, but I kind of want to update it. Oh, you already sent it to me? Because, yeah, sorry, I also started the stream a bit late. The stream starting soon went on for like 10 or 17 minutes, which is a bit too much, but like I literally came home at 21:29. Mr. Chloride, get it? Sodium chloride. That's what I said. Sodium chloride. Do you know that meme? I'm obsessed with that meme. Jimmy Neutron. Needing to be the genius again in the know-it-all. Being like, actually, yeah, that's salt, but it's sodium chloride. Yeah, I guess it is table salt, cooking salt. But there's other salts as well that aren't sodium chloride, but sodium is sodium. I'm a guy. Yeah, he's not a missus. Right. Still no pink squirrel. Running around in circles. But yeah, that's why I didn't check my Discord or like my phone today much. I was gone for the whole day pretty much. Regarding the argument he has with the employee about the cash register, he actually was wrong. Jimmy, I mean? What do you mean, wrong? As in, I mean, salts are okay. Sodium chloride is not the only salt that exists, right? There's also Epsom salt and other salts, right? Is that what you mean? I mean, the salt that we commonly eat is sodium chloride. Or what do you mean? Alright, number, what is it, 344? But yeah, salt is just like an ionic compound, so in chemistry it is, if I remember correctly, it is defined as a well, two ions that form an ionic bond, and usually it's a metal with a non-metal, and that is what a salt makes. So there's a lot of salts out there. Epsom salts, Glauber's salt, maybe Glauber, sorry, if you've ever heard of that. Also known as sodium sulfate. And there's bath salts, which was a crazy drug epidemic a while ago. But yeah, the edible salt that everyone knows is table salt or edible salt or, well, sodium chloride. And that's where sodium gets its name from. But yeah, a lot of things are salt. One point in the episode, Jimmy is working at the register. Skeet, that's the employee, by the way. Yeah, right, his name is Skeet. Tells Jimmy that he needs to press the buttons with the pictures on... You need to press the buttons with the pictures of the food on them. That's how he says it, I think. That one video. You know exactly which one I mean, right? That one meme edit. Where it just zooms onto Skeet's face. When and it just echoes in the background Jimmy's dialogue. That's what I said. Sodium chloride. And well, of course he's doing all the tax exchange and the numbers in his head, but his workplace is like designed in a way where you need to push the pictures with the food on them. So haha, and comedy and hilarity ensues because he's a genius and he's way too qualified for that. If you don't want to call me Sodium, you can call me Sodi for short. He has many names. Yeah, the salt that we use for salting the roads so that they don't completely freeze over, that's also not edible salt, that's calcium chloride. I mean, okay, I think sodium chloride sometimes gets used. I think calcium chloride is better for that. I found this website game where you just simulate the US election called The Campaign Trail. I suck at it. Okay, sounds interesting. Is it like cookie clitter? Cookie clitter? That was a weird mispronunciation. A very unfortunate mispronunciation. I am mispronouncing the word for mispronunciation. Wow. Well, the jokes write themselves, folks. The campaign trail, but yeah, that sounds like cookie clicker. Jimmy argues that he doesn't need to and that he can do the numbers and orders in his head. Yeah, so where was he wrong? As in he just needs to shut the hell up and just do it like the workplace tells him to, which shouldn't be too hard for him. Sodium, Sodi, Vault. or Val, Saltmon, Saltman. I also run that Dahlia Hawthorne account, so I guess that's also a nickname now. I guess you could say. Alright. Let's put you two in here. And let's hope that I'll get the shiny pretty soon. Although I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing later on. If I'll stay in this game, or maybe I can switch games. Well, let's see. Let's not jump the gun again. I tend to do that. Barely post on there because I don't know what to do with it. Well, I mean, it's like a funny roleplay account. Pretty much. Regarding his argument, not only is he wrong about the register, but the method he was using, at least in the US, is illegal. Register entry is used both for inventory tracking as well as... Oh, right, true. Doing it in his head is not like noting it down in any way, so you can't track your purchases or your what you sold. That's true. Tally for profits and taxes. Plus, Jimmy not using the register was very illegal, and his method was unable to print out sales receipt for the customers. Yeah, that's... I haven't even thought about that. That's a good point. Because, yeah, you're not, like, just doing that so it makes dum-dum cha-ching, but it has a reason, right? It's traceability. If you really want to be serious about your business, you want your transactions, whatever you sell, you want that to be traceable. Especially when the tax man knocks, then you want to definitely be able to prove that, like, where that money came from. And there she is, Dahlia Haythorne. Sodi, are you just going to abandon me? Sniffle. I like this music, like this mix. Alright, I really hope I don't go over odds with this one, because it's Skwovet. It's not exactly something that I love. Also, regarding the sodium chloride thing, yes, he was right on what the specific name is. But, like, dude, there's a reason why you also have the simpler... Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is definitely true. I mean... What vitamin was it again? One of the B vitamins, I think. The actual scientific name is really long, and you would never ever just say it like that, except if you would be, I don't know, a chemistry professor. But yeah, there is a reason why I don't say sodium chloride. Or dihydrogen monoxide. Oh, I'm very thirsty. I'm gonna drink some dihydrogen monoxide with minerals inside of it. No, you just drink water. You say water. Or water. Or water when you're British. British, I guess. Speaking of Brits, where the hell is James? James, we're talking about you. You should come into the stream. We're talking about a bottle of water. Or dihydrogen monoxide. Using the scientific terms for things when it would be more appropriate to use the more common term, just to make yourself sound smarter, is like what's called word salad. Not sure if I agree with that. Like, word salads are usually like, they have no meaning. That's just throwing words around without a meaning, or like usually like some kinds of manipulators use word salads where on the surface it sounds really deep and intricate, but when you really dig through the words you actually see it doesn't really mean anything. But yeah, definitely there's literally no reason to say, oh, you know, sodium chloride on your fries. He should also name all the fats that they use to fry the fries. Like, if you're going that way, then at least, like, say the full chemical name of all of these fats, and they're really long, so you don't really want to do that. Look, you even started a conversation on your name that you're not even partaking in. Never watched that show, what do you expect me to do? James McCloud? Oh, that's Fox McCloud's dad, no? Yes, similar. Not the same, I would say. I mean, it's not a word salad, but he's essentially flexing with his intellect, which, to be honest, who likes that? Even if you're a genius, like, come on. But yeah, the register thing, not registering what they're supposed to be selling and like keeping book of every transaction that they do, that's actually a really good argument. I haven't thought of that. But yeah, it's like with DNA. We say DNA, but we don't say deoxyribonucleic acid because that's like, okay, that's the full name. But that's a mouthful. Like, who says that? Like, try saying that 5 times fast. You have a theory on James McCloud? Okay, shoot. I mean, he's, you know, I guess that's a spoiler, but if you watch my characters I want to punch in the face, you know what happened to James McCloud? Anyway, about TCT, it's basically a choose-your-own-adventure click game, but you're trying to win a US election. There are also mods that expand on it. Okay, that does sound interesting. Can you run as a third party? Because I do not identify with Republicans and not Democrats either. And I laugh every single time people say, oh, the Democrats are the left wing? Like, yeah, sure, buddy. Like, that's not left, that's center right, maybe. Okay, maybe Bernie scratches the left really gently. And even then, that's like, if we compare that with left-leaning parties in Europe, that's nowhere near anywhere close to that. But yeah, there's no, like, if you vote, every American says if you vote a third party, then you throw your vote away. Which, that's just really weird to me. Just you guys having 2 parties, essentially, and that's it. Well, how many do we have in Luxembourg? KPL, that's the communists, they link, those are the left, I guess, not as left as the communists, but still left. LSAP, those are Social Democrats. We have the CSV, CSV, like Christian, those are more like Democrats in the US. Like, they have the word social in the name, and they act like they're left-wing, but they're really not left-wing. We have ADR, the right-wing. DP, those, like, Democratic Party, actually. That's what it stands for. Also pretty close to the American Democratic Party, even though I would say still more left-leaning. I mean, they're neoliberals, but yeah. So that's not even all of them. Then we have the Pirate Party. Yes, we have a political party that is called the Pirates Party. It has a reason for that. They Conservative, the Conservatives, that's kind of a dog whistle. Those are really, really right-wing. But yeah, we also have some other smaller parties than those, but that's already a handful, and if you go and look at the Netherlands, they have even more parties than we do. It's just so weird, seeing that Americans essentially only have 2 parties. I hate that human name. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Thank you. I accept your Iron Jesus blessings very much. Yeah, Democrats are not left. Yeah, I know. I laugh so hard. Or when people say, oh, Germany, Merkel is left. Like, no, she's not. Where the hell is she left? Has she done anything for workers' rights? No. She went against the nuclear program, which, I mean, if you really go through it, that's not left. Because nuclear is not, like, it doesn't really produce that much CO2. Don't think James was killed by Andros. Oh, I thought he was killed by Pigma. Or am I misremembering something? It's been a while. What I think actually happened, Star Fox 1 goes to fight Andros. Pigma betrays them. Peppy barely escapes and James is trapped. Later Star Fox 2. The second team from 64, not the second game. Ah, okay. Goes through whichever path to Star Fox 64 is considered by Nintendo to be the canon one. Defeats Andros / Brain and then is let out by his father. That isn't a spirit or ghost that Fox is hallucinating, it's the actual James McCloud. And Fox simply just freed him. Eventually he does die, but anyway it's from the attacks of the Aperoids. Fox is unaware and continues to assume it was Andros who killed him. Oh, you're saying the Aperoids killed him, okay. Yar, yeah, the pirate party. I mean, they used to be pretty good, but like they just became another neo-lib party, and we already have enough neoliberal parties. We don't need more. I mean, if you ask me personally, we don't need a single one, but then again, it's politics. The political landscape shouldn't be just what I think. That's just how it is. That's fair. The Italian government posted something with every prime minister since 2000, and like 8 to 80% of them have the communist emblem on them. Like, what the F are they on? You mean the star? I mean, the current Italian government, man, I do not approve. I call her Mussolini for a very good reason. And if you look into her family history, Mussolini isn't actually such a bad name for her. That also explains why the Queen was able to imitate him. Okay, point. Besides the other possibility that she read memories of Peppy, Pigma, Pepper and Rob, could be. But then again, it's been a while. Hey there, Kaiser Kam is in. Looks like the politics speak has summoned you. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? School is started up again. I hope that this semester will go just as well as the past one. Hopefully you're doing good. They must be joking. They can't be this dumb. I stop asking. Oh, no one can be this dumb, but yes. Yes, they can. That's what I've learned. There are some people out there who have zero self-awareness. And / or say the dumbest things out loud because they just don't realize that they're stupid. Who said that again? Whose quote was it? Being dead is like being stupid. You don't know that you're dead or that you're stupid. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. Alright, number 360. All the degrees in a circle. Indeed, though, with the fears of World War III starting over effing Greenland, I can't say I'm in all that big mood for politics talk. Right, that's really, like, what the hell? Are we really going there? Like, are we really risking the Third World War because, oh, you didn't give me a Nobel Peace Prize and I want Greenland now. Wow, fantastic. Anyone can be dumb. 2 + 2 = 5. Do not approve of her either. Literally wasn't able to choose if she'd side with the US or UK. And UK or the fascists in World War. Yeah, I mean, Italy's like, come on. Perché, Italia? Perché? You're on the wrong side again. Like, what the hell? That's like, I don't know if I should really be like proud of my Italian heritage if like that is also part of its history. Oh, there we are! There it is! Shiny Skwovet! Finally! Number 361. Alright, that gets immediately saved as a video. Nice. Okay, what is it? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? Oh, it is a girl. I don't know. If anyone here finds a good name. Okay, immediately we save. We need to get this demented fascist out of office. Yeah, like, what would you think? People keep talking about the midterms. Do you really think that's gonna help? In Europe right now, politicians are talking about dumping all the treasury bonds and just not having the US as the reserve currency, and then doing like a war, but essentially a war not fought with weapons, but a war fought with well, like a financial war, I guess. Oh, that's a perfect IV one. Let's keep that one. Alright, so we got it. I'm gonna mark you with a heart. No, not this. It was a star shiny. Let's put you in the shiny, the legit shiny one. That's where I know. There we go. Let's see. Let's check it out. Nice. Alright, so 361 eggs. Should be more excited for it, but like it's Skwovet, it's nothing too magical. Just check the news. Trump is so effing spineless. Put on those tariffs, coward. I effing dare. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the things I will talk. Like if I do have, if I have kids and grandkids, but man, the things I'll be able to tell them are, will they even believe me? Because I don't think they will. That will just sound so crazy that they'll say, nah, grandma, what are you talking about? Okay, I guess Vanillite, I can try. Do I have another pink one that I would rather use? Oh, this one? Picochilla? Yeah. Nidoran I also could do. Or this one. So we do got choices. What else? That is black. That one like turns not pink, but well. Oh right, Magmar. That would also be another another one that we could do. Alright, I'm gonna hatch the last egg and then let's see. Maybe you choose which one I should do next. Trump disgusts me. Yeah, that's an understatement. Genuinely thought getting this effing imperialist pedophilic man-child as the leader of the most powerful country in the world was a good idea. You tell me. He's not even funny when he's trying to be, he's just a dick. Plus all of this haha funnies are obvious distractions from the crap he's— yeah, exactly. I, for the life of me, cannot understand why people voted for that guy. Oh, apparently I just got like a, like Windows told me, oh, Trump took those tariffs back. Is someone scared? Because if we dump these treasury and these bonds, like that's gonna go really bad for him. Really bad. For the US as well. I mean, not that he really cares about his people. Alright, so which one should it be? Should we do this little boy? Should we go for the shiny chinchilla? Should we go for this one? Or the Magmar? What do you think, chat? I mean, this is a hacked, but I literally do not care if I breed hacked Pokemon. If they are generated in the game, they're legit too, in my eyes. So alright, we're not currently hunting Skwovet then anymore. Let me take that away. So yeah, any of those, I'm listening to you guys. I don't mind any of them. I can try for the last hour and a half, yeah. Okay, if I do this one, I think the Masuda Ditto is... Alright, let me check. I think it is Japanese? Let me see. Cinchino? Or Cinchino, I guess, by the Italian way to pronounce it. Okay, that one's Japanese. And that one's Chinese. I mean, yeah, I would not mind going for this one. It's giving him a... he's jolly. Oh, sorry, she is jolly. So she should be getting an Everstone, which is Ewigstein in German, literal translation. Let's give you one. Alright, if no one is saying anything else, then we go with the Chinchilla. This one and Masuda. There we go. There's 1,000 quid. Look, I have 3 million Poké Dollars. Man, I wish I had 3 million euros right now. That would change, literally be life changing. I could just like, oh, buy a house and be set for life. And I wouldn't like, I don't know, do whatever the evil rich people are doing to get their ego boost. Alright, so let's go for the chinchilla. Let me just find let me find a come on. There we go. A GIF to put into OBS. I mean, the first evolution is pink. The second one isn't, if I remember correctly. So... oh well, let's see. Okay, no, that GIF is definitely not transparent. I need a transparent GIF. Oh, Minchino is it? No, the other one is the evolution, actually. Alright, sprites. I want the sprites. There we go. Could use the Gen 5 sprite animation. Oh, what the hell though? Those from Bulbapedia aren't even animated. Do I need to go to the German one? Okay, can do. Pokewiki, that's a German Bulbapedia, which honestly sometimes is better than the English one, with in some aspects, not everyone. Not every aspect. Alright, this is the first egg. Desktop. And then let's put you in here. Image. No, I don't want to give you a nickname. Oh, well, there's a wild one right there. That would be kind of funny. And there he is, the little guy. Look a little bit bigger. Well, you know, let's put you under the snowflakes, please. There we go. And we're done. Second egg hatching. Anyway, this week was good for me. The friend I was searching for online came back. Oh, that's very nice. I'm really happy for you. She's not that active, but her just being there occasionally makes me happy. That's all that counts. That's really that is what counts. At least that's what I think. Right, the third egg already hatching. Things are going quickly. Evil rich people are funding AI girlfriends who will tell them how handsome they are. That's the mildest thing I could think of. They're probably island, also tourist to island. Yeah, you know exactly what kind of island, right? Cerebi is my go-to always. So you're not a Bulbapedia person, you're a Cerebi person, which, yeah, that's fine. Use the Bulbapedia Italian equivalent, Pokemon Central Wiki. Oh, right, the Italian wiki is called that. Pokepedia, that's a French one. I sometimes have used that one too. It's always better than Bulbapedia except user interface. Yeah, that's one thing. That's true, human name. That's one thing I don't really like about Cerebi. The user interface or just the web design is kind of, I don't know. But at least like the German PokeWiki always has the GIFs. And I love GIFs. I mean, I'm a millennial, of course I love GIFs. We grew up with GIFs, and GIFs will always be magic to me. Remember the blingy times? Oh, I do. And another egg. I don't know if I'll continue this hunt next week. I mean, I could. Or maybe I'll start, maybe I'll start with the ones that you can only get in Violet. Well, let's see. Should be 5 now? Yes, okay. Didn't miscount. I think I'll just do a democracy thing again. And then let my viewers decide. But yeah, there's a lot of pink shinies that I still need to get. Alright, that's number 4. You grew up with GIFs. I'm growing up with fun terminal apps on Linux. Very fun animation. Well, that's also great. I mean, if this is gonna be another, what was it again? Gossifleur, who came out shiny in 5 eggs. That was really funny. Or Dragonite. No, not Dragonite. Dratini, that was 25 eggs. Also ridiculously low number. Oh well, who knows. I'm open for either one. But yeah, gifts will always have a special place in my heart. I'm actually really disappointed and, well, not angry. That's a bit too much of a word, big word, but I'm really disappointed that you can't use GIF icons or PFPs on YouTube and just so many other websites. Like, why? I want to have my GIF. I want to have GIFs everywhere. You get a GIF. You get a GIF. Everyone gets a GIF. I'm just glad that a lot of House and Senate Republicans have come out saying that if Trump tries to attack Greenland, he will be impeached. Oh, they did? Okay, I didn't check that yet. At least we won't have total chaos. Well, things are looking like okay, and that's actually a good thing. So they aren't really that hopeless, because in Europe, like, everyone's saying, oh my god, will they really go to freaking Greenland now and invade? Like, that's just crazy. That would be if we were going, like, Europe, imagine not, like, NATO or Europe going to Hawaii and saying, oh, like that's NATO territory, or like, that's our territory now, like EU and not US. Of course you wouldn't say, oh, okay, take Hawaii. No, of course not. Hey there, Amit, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? But yeah, it's a crazy timeline that we live in, right? It's just... I will have to, like... I already pictured that in my head. Should I have children and grandchildren? Like, the things that I will tell them, will they even believe me? The crazy times that I went through? They would probably say fake! And, like, yell their equivalent of 6'7", whatever that is. Hawaii, my favorite, is 28th member of State of the EU. Yeah, nice tropical state for the EU, why not, right? We could always add another one. But yeah, I'm not, like, being too worried about it. I'm actually happy that the EU is, like, not saying just a very strongly worded letter. Like, they actually send soldiers there to make a point. And it's also stupid. This world is effed up. Oh, it always has been. It always has been. I don't care because I got trading cards and video games. I don't care about the world right now. Well, I mean, I honestly wish the world would be good for everyone, not just for, like, a select few elites to enjoy. Fear that this is just the beginning of the crazy times. Yeah, that's what my pessimist side of my brain is telling me. Think our children may have to endure worse. Oh god. And then they're like, oh, why are people not having children? Like, are you serious? Are you for real? Like, imagine, oh, World War III could be around the corner. Oh, what a wonderful time to put children into this world. That's a good idea. \S if you haven't caught up, but yeah. I don't think they have S grades in university, Amit, but yeah. I'm just imagining, like, Kaiser Kamazin being done with, like, I don't know, a lab or something, and then the results are like in a Sonic game. S tier, yeah! That's pretty funny. Alright, another egg. Everything lays an egg in this universe. Well, I guess except humans. But even mammal Pokemon, they all lay eggs, and we just accept it. We just blindly accept it. Alright, number 10. I think humanity should solve all problems with trading cards. I would be happy to save the world by beating Trump in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh yeah, NATO versus US, they play Yu-Gi-Oh! European independence from the US is going real fast. Yeah, like so many people. I know several people who they called me to tell me, hey, I'm not gonna be on WhatsApp any longer. Just like to tell me, oh, I'm not on Facebook anymore. Like they completely switched. And that's multiple people who did this, that I know personally. Hope the de-escalation won't halt EU independence. I don't think so, because the US has really shown now that it's an unreliable player in the world game, or just in general an unreliable flip-floppy nation, where all it takes for chaos to come is some random crazy right-wing Republican who gets voted in again. And I think all the soft power that the US has been building up all of these decades is, well, you know, trust is broken. And now people look to Canada, they look to the EU, they look to China. For as trading partners. So I think Trump hurt more than just the economy and the environment and his people. I think he kind of destroyed future trading relationships with the US. Of course I could be wrong, but that's where I think this is gonna go. Hey there, Jonas Sales. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Salve, as you always say. I've got the shiny Skwovet, and now I'm going for this one. By request from my viewers. So much I like to believe that I think the EU is hella spineless when it comes to the US. Yes, the EU is kind of spineless, that is true. Unfortunately, it is. But like, that's what happens when you vote in neolibs. They are always spineless. Maybe the most spineless people ever, even more spineless than centrists. At least that's my opinion. Alright. And then next month now I can use the hearts animation instead of the snowflakes. I mean, the snowflakes are cute, but we've seen them for... what was it? December, January, maybe in November, I don't remember. Okay, that rhymed, but that wasn't intentional. I did some fictional writing. Oh, nice! Was taking my major exam today. I ended up passing by 95%. Nice. All after I studied for 15 minutes. Oh yeah, humble bragging here. Only because the exam not bad, eh? But it was geography. Well, that's a good thing to be good at. Alright, this is number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone else's foot fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. I don't know why he speaks like that. Like, he does that on purpose, right? If he just speaks normally, he doesn't speak in that weird cadence. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's like, okay. It's like the Internet Investigator, if you know that YouTuber. She also has a very specific cadence. And I think that's what made her also go viral, because just of the weird cadence. Was basically writing ideas in my head and ended up coming back home and wrote everything. Nice, let's hear it. A new universe or like something existing and you elaborated on that? Also, I hope you're enjoying the music. Alright, number 16 now. Sweet 16. Alright, not a shiny. And immediately afterwards, the next egg is hatching, okay. That's pretty nice. Seems to have a low egg step number. The eggs are hatching really fast. It's basic. Yeah, you were writing. Because I was for a second I was like, wait, were you writing the story while taking the exam? The EU is way too spineless, yeah, unfortunately. EU definitely no longer needs the US economically. Yeah. Well, a lot of servers, like stuff that we have on servers are from US servers. I think we should separate ourselves even more. I mean, there's still wiggle room, I think, but... maybe even geopolitically, considering how strong of a bloc Europe is together as the EU. Yeah, and that's what these nut jobs don't understand in the EU. Like, we have some really right-wing people in the EU who are like anti-EU. Imagine, we unironically have people in Luxembourg who think that Luxembourg should get out of the EU and be like its own country, like Switzerland. that would go so freaking wrong, but of course I don't understand why. But yeah, our coalition is what makes us strong. Made new creatures and monsters are very adorable, with very not metal names like the Demon Tears of the Red Abyss. Well, that's not metal at all. Or the Halved Wing Demonic Limbo. Halved Wing Demonic Limbo, wow. I can definitely tell what kind of games you like. Plus 3 new worlds and 6 realms. Oh, jeez, Amit. You are definitely on fire when it comes to that. Like, so many new things. Almost every stream. But yeah, I think Trump has destroyed the trust that people have in the EU. What am I saying? In the US worldwide. Of course, I think the US and the EU should stand together and continue to do so. Yeah, of course. Me too, right? But the EU should definitely move more towards independence, considering the everything going on. Yeah, exactly. But it is happening. Like in Luxembourg, a lot of people are talking about like giving more money to European or Luxembourgish startups, so that we don't have to rely on like American startups. The EU would have been way further ahead compared to the US if it weren't for the 2008 economic crash. Yeah, and like, if you really know how that happened, like, that was a thing that the US did wrong, and we are still feeling the consequences of that. That's the unfair part. Like, I'm still suffering from stuff Nixon and Reagan put into place, and like, I wasn't even alive when that happened. But I'm still suffering the repercussions of that, of these crazy men, and just people had enough. But that's kind of the downgrade of globalism. Yeah, everything's connected, but if someone, as we say it in Luxembourg, if someone in China has a cold, you get it too. Wait, limbo does not sound goofy. What do you mean? It's a word inspired from Greek myth for a world between heaven and hell? Well, I mean, depending on which Christian canon you think is canon, there's also limbo in Christianity. Beatrice has started snuggling with me every night. Oh, what a good void. It's a very good void. Speaking of Beatrice, that's like the... and limbo, like that's full on Dante's Inferno. Well, the Commedia Divina with Inferno as hell, and well, the first part of hell is limbo. I mean, if you watched my Worst Fates in fiction, you know exactly what that is. But yeah, limbo doesn't sound goofy. I don't know who thinks that limbo sounds goofy. Almost everyone I know knows what limbo is. It's even in like common language, like, oh yeah, you're stuck in limbo, or this project is stuck in limbo. Support the 28th regime. Will make EU enterprise way easier. One market, one set of business laws. It's better for businesses and regulate. Oh, is that like the thing that they're trying to go through now, where it's much easier, like with business regulations being pretty much the same across every EU state line? And like, is that what you're talking about? Because I read something like that. I forget Beatrice is a character in the Divine yeah, it's like the woman that Dante fell in love with, and she is a important character in especially in Paradiso, so when it's about heaven. And she's also Dante's guide through heaven, and she's also like a symbol for divine femininity, innocence, purity, and all that stuff. Today, 2 of my friends who kept mocking. Uh-oh, did you tear some decks apart? My deck ended up losing to me, both of them in the same time. Was a 1 versus 2. How does that even work? They still lost, and they both play meta, and I play rogue, so suck on that meta. I think you win because no one expects your rogue strategy. It's kind of like with Seeking. Like, Seeking isn't good, right? Seeking is not a good Pokemon to use, as in competitively speaking. I love Seeking, of course, I always will. It's a very good goldfish. I love Wishies. But, competitively, it just could be so much better. But it has the hidden ability Lightning Rod. And when I used it online, it always... Like, I won a lot of battles with Seeking. And the sole reason is because it threw people off guard. Like, they didn't know... Like, they were, oh yeah, it's a Seeking. Of course, I'm just gonna use my Zekrom and punish you for just thinking of getting a Seeking. And then it's like, ah, thank you for the boost. Because it has Lightning Rod, so it's immune against it. Especially in triple battles, which don't exist anymore, unfortunately. But it was a... Like, people just... I don't know, they short-circuited. They were like, what the hell? What is this? They just don't know that Seeking has that as a hidden ability. It's really fun. But after 1 set of strict regulatory laws and 27 weak regulatory laws. Yeah, that's true. Even if the strict laws in theory are worse for business, not having to follow 27 nations' laws cheaper. Yeah, I mean, there's a good reason why they all come to Luxembourg, or not all of them, but a lot of them do come to Luxembourg if they don't go to Ireland, because we have very low taxes on business. Alright. Let's put you in here. Also made a realm called the Divine Design world that hides its true rough nature behind the mask of beauty. This world is ruled by a creature called the Beldam. The Beldam? As in like the Pokemon Beldam? A tall creature that covers the sun. Okay, maybe change the name because this is exactly the name of a Pokemon. I mean, not saying that you're not allowed to, but maybe because of copyright reasons, I don't know. I think they copyright all the names of the Pokemon, right? I mean, that would definitely make sense for something from Nintendo. We said it, yes, in yesterday's stream. I think it was Mushroom Pocket who said Nintendo is kind of like Disney in that aspect. And yes, I agree with him. It's definitely true. I told a friend of mine who loves Yu-Gi-Oh! About you, Amit, and how you don't use meta strategies, and he thought that was really cool. I mean, it is really cool. I really do like people winning with underdog strategies. Who doesn't like that, right? That is just... It's with me with the Seeking example. Maybe I wasn't winning as extremely as Amit here was, like, in comparison. But man, the matches that I did win just because people didn't know how to deal... Like, they didn't have grass type attacks, or... They just were like, okay, that's weird. That was really funny. And also free switching. Wait, what the hell is the... No, okay. For a second I thought the music was gone. Beldam, she covers the sun with her tall limbs. She would cover it with the intention of not allowing the ultimate light of destruction, a light set to possess the souls of those who seek the darknesses. Oh, so it's a benevolent goddess. Because I do like that your canons not only have good but also evil gods. I support no taxes on business, high taxes on the rich. It rewards self-investment over paying the owners. Yes, exactly, human name. Same. Or like, I support high wealth tax. Especially in Luxembourg, we definitely need a law that if you have like tons of buildings under your, like, we have slumlords essentially. We have people, a couple of families, Giorgetti and Rollinger and some others, they own almost all of the land in Luxembourg. And because of those, well, I gotta be careful what I say, but because of those duckers, I can't really, like, I can't rent without needing both my parents' help and the help of my in-laws, my husband's parents' help. It's a hack that causes Denmark to be more business-friendly than the US, even though we have high taxes. Right, Denmark has that, I forgot. Businesses aren't taxed, yeah, that's true. Well, aren't completely nothing taxed, or like a really, really flat rate. Nintendo can suck my C, I don't care. They are not entitled to the name Belgium. Okay. I mean, you do you, right? It's your story. All the gods in my setting are meant to be very human, so there's no such thing as an entirely benevolent or malicious god. That's also interesting, like morally grey gods. Don't care, didn't, sorry. No, I got you, Amit, I got you. Alright, we got roughly an hour left. Let's see if I maybe get a pink chinchilla. Who knows? Maybe only RNGesus knows. Pretty sure businesses aren't taxed at all, I don't remember. Like, aren't taxed at all? Holy crap, that's like a good incentive. Okay. They are breeding really quickly and they are also hatching really quickly. Which is a good thing. But yeah, maybe, let's see, maybe next week I'll start breeding in Violet. I guess the Masuda Method also works in Shining Pearl, but I don't have the shiny charm on there, and Shining Pearl is boring. There's certainly gods that are far more malicious than the others, but there's always some reason or tragic fall those gods had that made them the way they are. I'm also really looking forward to seeing your canon, reading that. The ultimate light of destruction is a light set to be made from a pale demon's umbilical cord. That's set to eat through the soul until it guides the soul into the ultimate form of oblivion, until that soul drifts away from reality. Oh, that's very metal. So it's a light, but usually light in writing is shorthand for the good. But I do like the trope, a light is not good, where angels and things that are really bright and have pure white light are actually evil. Sometimes you just gotta go a bit against the flow, you know? Subvert expectations. Alright. Maybe another one? Oh, another one hatching. We're already at 33, wow. And sorry about that, I'm just clumsy again. My story, it's the opposite. Light is bad and dark is good, and I have a dumb philosophical reason. You don't even need to reason, like have a reason for that, but sure. Haven't really been working on my fictional setting as of late, which is why I haven't shared anything lately. I mean, you're really busy with university, completely understandable. I haven't shared that much about mine, but I guess I'm kind of scared that it gets... Oh well, I mean, I am thinking of when I have it, like, written down. to make it a member thing, like giving members access to that. At least my plan, or like what I hope that I can do, is finish the setting and like publish the first comic / manga before 2030 rolls around. That's my goal for now. But I've been actively, like, well, on and off writing on it since 2009, so it's almost as old as this channel, actually. Alright, number 34. But yeah, it takes a lot of time to write that. Sometimes you need to think things through, sometimes you change things because, well, you kind of grow as a person, and then things that you thought were interesting at one point later on just turn out to not be really what you wanted to write. And that's also fine. My story guards on the one to create, but they are created, and instead of being strong naturally, their power comes from their followers' faith, and they seek influencing people rather than making stuff. Yeah, that's also a where, I mean, I've read settings where it was kind of like that, where what was it again? What canon was that? Where gods, they would die if no one was believing in them anymore, or praying to them anymore. Light is neither good or bad in my setting, nor is darkness. Both are important in the balance of the universe. The Chisekai, first light, is just crucial to the balance of the universe as null. Oh, I still remember null. Okay. Getting the next egg. This is going really quickly. I really hope I don't get a copyright strike by this, but oh well. I don't want to mute the whole stream. I think I'm just gonna be okay not getting money from this. That's fine. What I do hope sometimes is where when I do get a strike, that they say, okay, you're sharing the revenue with the one who made the music. That's... I'd rather have that than just a complete, nope, you can't monetize it. Alright, number 38. Come on, lady. Cross your arms for me. There we go. I'd argue, though, that in my setting, none of the gods are good. They are all fallen beings that sway too far from the grand plan of the universe, and as such need to be killed. How do you kill a god? What, did I miscount? Yes. Oh well, that one hatched quicker than I could have a team full of eggs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward for the capture cards for the DS and 3DS. Then that will be very interesting to see. I'll try to get into RNG manipulation in Generation 4. I mean, I've done it before, but it's been so long. And I'd rather, like, that is the thought that I have when I play Shining Pearl. My brain keeps thinking, yeah, you know, I'd rather be playing Platinum. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with the Q charm glitch. We're gonna have so many shinies. A bajillion of them. Alright, next one, number 40. By the way, today I got to laugh at all meta slaves. Meta slaves. Because the ban list came and they took a good dump of every meta deck while I'm laughing. Well, yeah, yours is not gonna be... Yeah. To kill a god, you have to extinguish their divine fire, which is the equivalent of a soul. How do you extinguish that fire is another story entirely, but that's what you need to do. Alright. Right, number 42, the meaning of life. People do this shiny hunt in, I'll never understand why, but well, who am I to judge? In the Generation 5 games, in the beginning where the professor sends out the Pokemon, and it's this chinchilla Pokemon, and it can be shiny for some reason. But like, it's a shiny that you cannot catch, so I don't know what the purpose is of like shiny hunting for a guaranteed shiny fail, but I guess people want to see that. Man, I would be so angry if like I saw that shiny there, just taunting you like, see that shiny? See that full art shiny? Yeah, you can have it. Too bad. Wah wah wah. It's a nice synthwave remix. Although I don't know if it's really... At points it's not really that synthwavy. In my story, gods are made from the countless souls of those wandering, or dead forgotten souls that are no more. Basically, they are an abomination of countless souls of the dead and the living. Or like a weird amalgamation of past souls that no one remembers anymore. If I'm understanding this correctly. Alright, next one. Going quickly. I'm really looking forward for the DS capture cards. Again, thank you to my brother who said, nah, it's okay, I'm gonna pay for them, which thank you so much. You don't know how much that helps me. I was so freaking close of paying them myself with money that I set aside, and then stupid bills came that I had to pay, or else I'd be really badly in the negative, and then, boy, oh well, I mean, there's worse problems out there, right? It's just a first world problem. Gods can willingly extinguish their fire and become one with the universe, what they were meant to do after the act of creation, but the gods are all fallen, so not even the purest of them wants to. Well, in a way, I understand that they keep one to exist. I guess that's like... I mean, that's a very strong moral imperative for every... Not moral, but like mental imperative for anything that has a consciousness. Of course it wants to keep persisting, right? Right, just applied minoxidil. Oh, you're having hair loss, or do you wanna have a beard? Been using it for a month, and the hair shedding phase seems to be over. Hair will only grow stronger from now. Oh, well, good luck on that. I mean, my husband used to do minoxidil not for the hair on his head, but to like grow a beard. His beard was always not really coming through, and he tried minoxidil, and then now he has like almost a Marxist beard. So that definitely helped. Minoxidil is definitely like that helps. I can attest to that. I've seen people use it and it always worked. Example, you might remember the story about the Maria and the Death Desire. Yes, I do remember that. Her soul is basically taken and then used in the creation of a god called the Blade Edge of Sorrow. The Blade Edge of Sorrow. Ow, the edge. Metal. Oh, Maria. Oh, you poor soul. You die, and then you become a really horrible god. Oh well, I mean, it's an Amit universe. They tend to be very grim dark. Yeah, loss has been starting, it's not that bad, but better start early. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind like men not having hair. I told that to my husband. If he should like start balding, I wouldn't mind. But he says no, he wants to go, like, he doesn't want the patch thing going. If like that just goes, if he loses too much hair on his head, he would say he would just shave it. But like, he's kind of the opposite. He has a head full of curls, full of his wonderful luscious brown curls. I love him. Minoxidil isn't the solution though. Hair loss on the scalp is caused by too much DHT. Yes, and you need the you need to have the gene that causes the DHT to do that. If you don't have the gene, like my brother, or like men in my family, not all men, but my brother, for example, and my dad, they never had any balding spots. Never. Hair full of head still. Because apparently they don't have the gene. At least that's what a dermatologist explained to them. There are genes associated with balding. And that's where the DHT comes into play. When a main character confronts that god, the face of Maria comes out of the god's bloody wings. While being fused with the god's body, she begs the main character to kill her along with the god. Oh, that's tragic. Jeez. That's really tragic. For a god, that death means returning to and becoming one with the first light. Even then they aren't fully dead, but become something more omnipresent. The issue is that the god would lose itself and full control over what it does, so the gods are apprehensive. Somewhat understandable though, gotta say. Use finasteride or dutasteride to block it. Well, I wouldn't know that because I'm a woman. And, well, I mean, have you seen my head? I have a lot of hair on my head and I never had hair loss problems. Blade Edge of Sorrow is a god made from pure blood and guts. His ability allows him to charm creatures. Oh no. He would use his wings to pull people into his body, consuming them in an attack called the Corrupted Blood Edge. Oh, that's like, is that like the pool that I talked about in the Worst Fates? Like that blood pool in SCP? Oh, what SCP was it again? It's one of the older written ones, where if you fall in, you just get merged with that pool, and you stay conscious. It's really, really creepy. Oh wow, this is really going quickly. Already at at egg number 50, not level 50. Brain, what the hell. And of course not a shiny. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of shinies in Violet lately too, without even trying. Although I gotta say, honestly, maybe a bit too easy. I think they should up the odds again. I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. Alright, next one, 51. My apple tea. Oh right, I don't think I talked about it before, but I was thinking of doing a green shiny hunt on St. Patrick's Day. For like a longer hunt for, I don't know, 5 hours, 4 hours. Maybe all the 512 eggs. And what green shiny would you like me to get? I'm thinking of Applin. Like that's a shiny, a green shiny that I always wanted to have. If you have a better idea, let me know. DHD isn't the first thing you should expect to cause hair loss as a woman. It's usually vitamin D deficiency or bad nutrition. Well, I mean, some women after pregnancy or during pregnancy can lose hair. Or if you're anemic. Sometimes high or low estrogen can do that too. Although I do have, my estrogen is technically too high. I mean, by nature, that's just the way I have to explain that every single time a new doctor looks at my blood results. They're like, why is this so high? But like, I'm not having problems. Like, no health problem, it's just like a gene. But I don't have hair loss. I do know another woman. Like, not friends or anything, but I used to be in like the last year or second to last year of high school with her. She also had a lot of estrogen, as in too much estrogen. And she was actually having a lot of hair loss. Well, I don't, so I guess it's not only estrogen. Probably another pair of genes that... Not a pair of genes that you wear, obviously, but some genetics in play. The gods used to be all-powerful and practically invincible, but they all have been cursed by the first light to suffer from something called divine atrophy. Even the strongest flames slowly die. It's like a self-balancing act. This god's body also has a lot of swords, including a blade. Of course, it's an Ahmed story, it's gonna have swords and blood. Instead of nails, and his right arm is a viper, and his wings are bat wings, of course. That's what I pictured. With a lot of similarities with Dracula. I wonder why. Very high estrogen, no wonder you like pink. Well, I mean, I could have also had a blue obsession, but yeah, in that aspect, I'm really stereotypically girly. But don't show me rom-coms. I don't care about rom-coms. Or like whatever celebrities are up to, or like when they see me wearing, I have some dresses that are very like, they have a lot of constellations and stars on them and they glitter. And I get a lot of compliments for that dress. And then they're like, oh, so what sign, like what's your zodiac sign? And then they speak of astrology. And I'm like, no, I like astronomy. Astronomy, not astrology. And then I'm like the only girl who's not into astrology. I don't know what that is about. I mean, you can believe in whatever you want, but yeah, I don't think that it really matters that I'm in a that I'm an Aries. Some of it applies, but not everything. It's just like the wooden dog thing. I will never forget the Italian teacher who just went on... not Italian, what the hell am I saying? Japanese teacher that I had. Who, I mean, bless her, she was is a really wonderful woman, but she went on and on and on about me being a wooden dog and how wonderful that was. And I was like, why, huh? So, well, I was born in April 1994, so that happens to be the year of the wooden dog. And then you look up what is the wooden dog. And she was just, I don't know, praising me for something that was beyond my control. Like, I didn't pick being born in that year, right? My parents did the deed, and that's it. And apparently I should wear a medal because I'm a wooden dog, and that's such a wonderful thing, okay? The most messed up part is that God, the blade edge of sorrow, is dirty to consume his opponent's loved ones before talking to them as a final move, where he would say, if you kill me, you lose me. Oh, that's evil. Okay, looks like that one goes to my, would be really good fit for my fictional characters that are hateable list that I'm working on. Jeez, that is really evil. Barnum effect woo? What? Huh? Did you kill me or give up? I kill you, loved one survived. That is... what an evil person. Reminds me of a certain villain of Primal, the show, but I'm not gonna spoil anymore. Barnum effect. Is that just my horrible pronunciation again, or... The atrophy of divinity is to force the gods into a position where they can be easily killed and forced to become one with the universe. The issue is that mortals can inherit the divine fire of gods. Oh, right! Didn't you say that one mortal became a god? And then he went on a long tirade and a genocide or something? I think I remember reading something like that. I can talk about this more another time though. I'm going to lie down. Thanks for the stream as usual. Well, thank you for being part of the stream as usual, Kaiser Karmazin. Always a pleasure to have you here. And I wish you a good night. Sleep tight and do not let the bedbugs bite while you lie down. Right, we're at 58. Right, let's see. Maybe I'll get the shiny before the stream ends. That would be really nice. That one stream where I got 2 shinies in one. That's really nice when you're doing master. All right, next one. 59. Barnum effect is basically when you really feel general statements connect with you. That's why a lot of the... Oh, that! Okay. Zodiac signs are relatable. Oh, that's the name of that effect. Okay, now I know that. The blade edge of sorrow ends up being unbeatably villain. Or unbeatable villain, you mean. Faced with not a villain this time, the villain is named the Abyss Ruler of those who are no more. Oh, and that villain actually tricks him? That would be interesting. Like a god tricking another god. Would be very much in tune with like many Greek myths. Alright, number 60. Nope, that's a normal chinchilla. Yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll start hunting in oh wow, another one. In Violet next. Really want to customize Linux, take my own desktop environment config. I mean, with Linux, that's exactly what you get, right? You can configure so many things. But yeah, I mean, the Linux that I have is all on virtual machine. There were talks in Luxembourg about Europe should like make a competitor to YouTube and other social media. I would actually think that a state-owned dating app would be much better than a privately owned dating app, because well, with privately owned dating app, of course they want profit, and what is more profitable? Getting someone, a person who they really vibe with, and then they use the app a bit, and then they're done, and they found their soulmate? No, of course not. You string them on and on and on. Have them return to your app as much as possible, right? And that's where, if it was state-owned, or like government-owned, and not with a profit motive, I think that would actually maybe work better. Which Linux do you use? What was it again? Some version of Ubuntu, a more modern one. I forgot. It's been a while. I got it from university. The Abyss Ruler is not a god. He's a creature that is a parasite who basically lets the Blade Edge consume him so he can control him from the inside, tricking him. Oh, now we're talking. That's an interesting plot point. Open source YouTube would be great. Yes. Hosted non-centralized. Oh, yes. State-owned, no for me. Open source is the way. Yeah, I mean, I'm not automatically a fan of, like, state-owned automatic. Like, yeah, okay, I'm repeating myself. I'm being redundant here, but with open source, like, OpenAI was open source until it wasn't. Like, what the hell happened there? It went from open source to private. As the Abyss Ruler would let all consumed creatures inside the Blade Edge of Sorrow go, thus giving them a good ending, but they all end up being injured and mentally traumatized by what I mean, yeah, that is to be expected. So, okay, that's actually... Go Abyss Ruler, saving them. Think about using Debian? I've been using Linux Mint. Oh, I've heard good things about Debian, but I haven't used it myself. I think it was Debian. And that was 64, now 65. The Abyss Ruler let everyone go, because he is so arrogant and cocky, believing he doesn't need those vessels nor that god body in order to destroy the world. Oh, that was a mistake. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, 66. OpenAI is under MIT license. Oh, okay, okay. They can do that. It's not a viral license, meaning it doesn't spread to modified versions of the models. Okay. I mean, not a fan of OpenAI anyway. Sorry. For some reason I woke up really early today. Like, naturally early, which is weird for me. GPL is viral. If you modify some code, you're legally required to keep it open source. Okay, another egg. Alright, number 67! Oh my god, 67 guys! Chat, 67! Yeah, just ignore it. As you should. He traps the god inside a jar called Jar of the Abyss. Well, okay, fitting. A jar full of gods, countless spirits, where he would use them as puppets and use them as pawns, using them as mere toys. Yeah, puppets, pawns, and mere toys. I mean, yeah. Jeez, that's like chess pieces to him. He collects them in a jar, which I'm not gonna comment any further because I know exactly what some people are thinking right now and I hate it. I really hate the internet sometimes. Ubuntu and Linux Mint are based on Debian. Debian is basically the most stable and conservative Linux distro. Maybe I should definitely check it out. Maybe I should definitely... Okay, interesting sentence there, Brain. It's a bit difficult for beginners. I see. Alright, 69, another meme number. You know what's funny? I wrote everything while watching the stream. It was like, let's make some crap. You just... Like, you just watched the stream and you just wrote and that's what came out? Damn. Okay, let's put you here. And you two here. Alright, let me see something. I didn't... Like, X7 is still full with the Wonder Traded. Okay. Oh well, we're still at X4 for now. Yep, that's not counting the other things I wrote while in the exam. Wow, Amit. It's just like a conscious streams of just this idea and that idea. I mean, that's a talent. You should definitely use it. Debian does need a decent amount of terminal knowledge. I mean, doesn't all Linux need terminal knowledge? I like this one. That's a nice track. I mean, I've been enjoying them all so far. Become a good comedian. I can make things up on the spot at will if I want to. Yeah, that's a serious skill. I mean, that is hard to do. Not everyone can do that. I don't know. Maybe do become a stand-up comedian. And next one, number 71. In my case, stories and jokes. But yeah, it is a hard skill. Not everyone can do that. I don't know if I would be a good stand-up comedian. I mean, right now I'm trying to do the skill of keep talking even if there's nothing to talk about. That is also not something everyone can do. Granted, I don't need to talk through like the entirety of the stream. There's a lot of streamers that don't do that and they have a lot of patches where they don't say anything. But I don't know, do you want that? I mean, are you not coming for the discussions? At least that's what I'm always looking forward to. Ubuntu and Linux Mint are the more beginner-friendly versions of Linux. Doesn't need that much terminal to navigate the system. That's true, though. I mean, I've used OS as well, where there was pretty much no user interface. There was only a terminal. You know what's funny? One time my uncle asked me to tell him about my fiction. I tell him 3 stories, so I couldn't think of I already made it. Oh, so you made up another story? Made up 5 stories as I talk and said I already made them long ago. Okay, wow. And what did he say? To be fair, quality is more important than quantity, but still. You can make up stories and then you can always change bits and pieces later. He was impressed. Want to do more stuff through CLI, exclusively browse file with the terminal. So yeah, you're not... I mean, that's what I expected from you, not being scared of, like, using a terminal only. So really bound by the GUI. I mean, I can do the terminal only stuff, but I do like to see what I'm doing. I do like the icons with the files and all. And I'm not really, like, that much of a visual thinker, at least not as much as my husband is. And the next egg hatching, what do you have? 74? Fair. Yeah, I mean, I get the terminal coolness, but I do like to have an actual user interface. Alright, more chinchillas, more chinchillas. It's like a chinchilla farm. How much fur do you want? Okay, that's kind of dark, but... Okay, let's put you in here as well. Oh wow, X4 is already filling up. Kind of thinking of getting a computer that runs on typewriter and paper. Ah, yes, like the good old days. Or like, writing code with, holes, like these holes that you put in cards. That was like a really long time ago. Or like coding stuff in assembly. Like the Game Boy games were coded in assembly. Okay, 77. Looks so cool, and that's how terminals... Yeah, that's what a terminal is. Yeah, that was a very important... like, we had lessons just about terminal structures at university. But as I said, as much as I learned some interesting stuff there, I do regret going for that bachelor's, because now it doesn't really help me at all. And if I, as dumb as it sounds, if I didn't pause YouTube back then, I would be further now. But well, you don't know that will happen, you know? How would I know that AI shoots up like that when I'm done with university? I did meet professional fictional writers from around the world in Baghdad when they made an event for selling books. I found a H.P. Lovecraft book, took pictures of myself middle fingering the book. Okay, that stealing son of a bee. You're still on that. Gotta learn assembly, very important for hacking, along with Python. Setting scripts, yeah, for scripts, Python, absolutely. Bash, writing stuff for the chat, yeah, and PHP websites. Oh, if you haven't seen it already, everyone keeps hating on PHP. I mean, yeah, it is kind of annoying to learn at first, but once you master it, it's actually pretty fun, I would say. But get ready for the PHP hate. There's people out there hating PHP. Give me another egg. There we go. Just as I said it. Showed my stories and concepts to those writers and they said I'm walking in the right path in becoming a good writer. Well, that's a great thing. That's what you want to hear from a writer, no? So yeah, that's why I kept saying maybe consider studying in Belgium, and then... I mean, Belgium is gonna be safer in the future than Iraq, I think. Don't think I'll do much with PHP, I just want to be able to read website code. Okay, that's fair. Oh, sorry, I accidentally wanted to change the position of the microphone and I accidentally muted it. And next one. Number 81. I've been trying to find hidden files on websites. Ah, yes. That's also the first thing I tried with PHP. Very good. Took some criticism and note them on how overly done my ideas and how my ideas are way too edgy and won't be for everyone. I mean, I don't think that's like a problem. I am a staunch believer of the write what you love crowd. And what you write isn't gonna appeal to everyone, but that's fine. And just because an idea has been done before, it doesn't necessarily mean that it shouldn't be done again. Because as I keep saying, execution, that is the crucial part. Everyone has great ideas. Even an idiot can have a great idea once in a while, but it really is the execution, you know? That's a thing that I commonly see in some animes, where the idea is really good, but the execution just falls flat on its face, and then I stop watching because it's like, nah, you lost me there. But then again, I'm kind of a media snob. Like, I expect at least decent animation quality and some okay writing. Maybe what's okay to me is excellent to others, I don't know. Stuff that isn't encrypted but you normally can't get to. Exactly. I take criticism nicely, I see them as a path to improve myself. Yes, that's how it should be taken, and not like as a personal attack, but I guess narcissists don't get that. I wish to come to Belgium, but it's hard and unlikely. Even if I have family living there, doesn't mean it's likely. Odds go from 1% to maybe 5%. Well, that's not nothing. To come to Belgium, thanks for my relative there. Well, you could try getting in, like, through a student visa and then stay with your relatives. I mean, again, it's your life. You choose what you want to do in your life, right? But especially with climate change, let me tell you, it's just gonna get hotter and hotter and hotter. And I don't think by 2050 that Iraq is really that cozy by then. I think it's gonna be really rough to survive there. But yeah, you do you. Whatever you choose, I just hope that you have a good life. Plus my family and uncle and aunt told me it's best if I finish my education in Iraq and then apply for a job in Belgium. Yeah. Sure, if they probably know better than me in this aspect. Want to start doing makeup? Oh nice, what kind of makeup? Unfortunately, because my motor skills are not that nice, I sometimes say F it and like scratch some money together when I have to go somewhere fancy and I buy, or like I pay for people to do my makeup. Some of them are really good at it. Iraq is gonna end up being more than just toasty. Yeah. Add the political chaos to that. Oh yes, it's gonna get really chaotic. Come on, give me another egg. Oh well, okay, that works too. 85. Personally, I would do anything. I'm the kind of person who's willing to help the country I'm in. Any way possible, willing to work 5 jobs if it means living in Belgium. Oof. But you still need a life, like a quality life, right? 5 jobs, it's gonna destroy you. I mean, I do appreciate the willingness to work hard, but like, don't destroy your body like that. Especially if with those jobs I can eat and sleep and write some fiction and not that crazy ambitious. I mean, wanting or being ready to have 5 jobs, that's already a crazy ambition if you ask me. But yeah, whatever happens, I just hope that it will be a good path forward. And 88. Maybe I'll get to the 100 eggs. Yeah, it's going really quickly with this one. Much quicker than Skwovet. I thought they would, I don't know, have the same step count. But I guess not. I think Magikarp is the one still with the shortest. But then again, I'm not Masudaing a Magikarp. No way. I already have enough shiny Magikarps as it is, and I don't need Masuda Method for that shiny. Definitely not. Usually Masuda is, especially if I want a shiny with good IVs, specific egg moves, and what else? Like a rare ball, like Kurt's Pokeballs are always so hard to get, which I hate. They should make it that they're purchasable. I mean, I'm willing to endure a lot of pain in order to fit the country requirements for me, because I don't want to be a sitting duck. I want to actually help the world around me. I mean, I get that, Ahmed, I get it. But sometimes you also need to look after yourself. But yeah, finish your education first, and then you can think about that. I don't know if you, with the Dutch or Flemish learning, how that, like, is going along. But yeah, that will earn you sympathy points if you learn the language. But you can already hold up a conversation in English, that's already a huge plus. That one goes, well, not hard, but kind of. Very chill music still. Best job my family I'm aiming for right now is translation. As I'm a better student than most Iraqis, and the Dutch part I'm good at. Dutch not complete, but let's say 40% done. I'm actually thinking of maybe also learning Dutch. It's very close to my mother tongue. And I love the country. I love the Netherlands. I'm going there at least once a year, if not more. Hey there, Emilio. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? And yes, we're going for pink Minccino now. And what are we? We are 91 eggs in. Got the shiny Skwovet earlier. Finally. And now, let's see, yeah, I'm definitely getting the 100 eggs. Hope you're doing good, Emilio. How many circles have I done with the bike here before? I don't want to know. Probably thousands of them right now. With all the eggs that I've hatched. Could probably work in translation in Belgium for Arabs who live there while helping the country by being a bridge between Arabic, English and Dutch. Yeah, that would definitely be helpful. My parents have a friend who does that. I mean, she's not Arabic herself, but she learned it, and she was like teaching refugee stuff and like translating stuff for them. But unfortunately, 2 years ago, she had a stroke. She fell on her head while cycling. And then she was in a coma. While she was in a coma, she had a stroke, and now she can't work anymore. She's in a wheelchair, which is really freaking tragic. But my parents, being socially great people, they still like they still go visit her. They try to bring her with like other friends meetings so that she doesn't feel alone. I feel really bad for her. It's like, oh, why her? To be fair, who really deserves such a fate, right? But it's always the wrong people. And another one, number 94. Let's go. Trump does deserve such a fate. Yeah, okay, that's true, but yeah, not that friend of my parents, definitely not. Like that, I had to hold my tears back when I saw her again, and she was in a wheelchair, and like she could barely move her. Like she wanted to give me a handshake, but it was like I could see she was struggling, and I felt so bad for her. Like, oh no, I'm so sorry. No, you beat. Yeah, okay, Trump does deserve that, but unfortunately, I mean, he probably had a stroke in the past. But, like, if he gets something like that now, like, he's old. I think that's gonna be game over for him. But, like, that friend of my parents is, like, not... I know you guys would say, okay, in their 50s, that's old, yada yada. But, like, not really that old. Like, Trump is, what, in his... What is he now, 79 or something? He's really old. That is more... I would say that is old. Come on, universe, are you taking the hint? Huh? Huh? Are you taking the hint? Alright, 4 more eggs and then we're at 100 eggs. It's a lot of eggs, but... Yeah, I wonder, I need to count that. Like, how many eggs have I in total hatched for this Wednesday stream? Like, not this one, but like the format. I do wonder. It has to be, my own estimation would be 2,000? Around 2,000-ish? Wait, what do we have? Yeah, actually, a couple of them were a bit above the odds. Synesty, I still remember that was 400. Like, 400. That's a nice number. Alright, 3 minutes. Plenty of time to get a shiny. Maybe. Hopefully. Well, I'll see what the next one's gonna be. Maybe I'll annoy my husband for a new thumbnail. I'll have to. The problem is I don't know the requirements Belgium has for applying. We'll search for that aspect. I need more knowledge. I'm still young and I intend on coming to Belgium hitting the road running. What do you mean by that? Hitting the road running. But yeah, you're still young. You got your life ahead of you. Alright, that's 98. Another egg. Come on, let's get that 100. It'd be a nice number to end on, but I think it might be slightly above 100 then. Let's see, 99. Nope, not a shiny. Wait, do I have eggs in the party or are they all hatched? No. Okay, one egg. One egg, 2 minutes. Yeah, I can get another egg. And there she crosses her arms. Wonderful. Really good timing. And another one. And another one. Another one. That's a term you used to say that person instantly fits in and is already doing a lot. Oh? Might have missed that one. Oops. Sorry, lady. On the bridge. You could hack the test to get the perfect score. Human Name really wants to recruit you into hacking, I see. Which I can't blame him. And egg number 100. Let's go. No, unfortunately not a shiny. That would have been really, really nice. Maybe it's 101. Like the 101 Dalmatians. Alright, it's midnight now, but I'm gonna be hatching those 2 eggs and then let's see what happens. Alright, 101. Nope. Okay, let's check the last one. And that's the last one. 102. And no. Unfortunately, no shiny chinchilla. But, I mean, we did get the shiny Skwovet, and it was a very chill, but still very entertaining stream. And I hope that you had as much fun as I did. And I think I'm gonna annoy my husband to make me a new thumbnail, because I'm gonna need one. And I think I'm gonna be trying the next Masuda hunt in Violet. I think that would be nice to try. And yeah, as I always like to say, I wish you a good night, and I hope I see you in tomorrow's stream. So until then, bye bye!